The geology of British Columbia is unique, incredibly varied from the Pacific Rim on Vancouver Island to the Rockies on the Continental Divide, and larger than life, and that's why I love all these landscapes. In this video, I will show you yet another example where art meets nature, and the power of erosion creates sculpture.
After about half an hour of walking, you come across this old hunter's or old trapper's cabin. Let's have a look. The door says, the Baker Cabin, Holiday King Trapline. Anybody? Anyone have a look in here? Well, let's have a little look inside, shall we? You can't even open this door all the way. A very interesting cabin, that's for sure. Seems like it's got some stories to tell. The calendar is set to May 1982. Wow, there's all kinds of traps in here. Stack of National Geographics, some antlers hanging on the walls, pictures and postcards pinned up. John Steinbeck, Ray Bradbury, James A. Michener, James Houston, a feather, a couple feathers, a jar of matches. But I am not stopping here. We have to continue on up the trail to find this arch. I'm carving out steps in the steep slope so that we can cross here. Okay, babe? Slope successfully crossed. We'll have to go back that way. You wouldn't want to do it if it was wet or raining. Doing okay, Nate? God damn. This is the so-called trail, folks. So-called trail. You thirsty? Okay, situation report. That was 4 kilometers of one of the most heinous bushwhacks to get to this point. Devil's Club that's 5 feet high, 6 feet high, the same height as my head that you're just pushing through. You can't even see the trail in front of you. And now I've finally reached the creek, which turns up, turns left, and goes steeply up in elevation towards the arch. It's gonna be tough. It's been a character building kind of day. There's a goat, I see one. Right there. That's a goat. way up there in no man's land. Just grunted up that very steep climb and it leveled off finally. Got a first glimpse of the arch. There it is. There's the arch. So finally, I have reached a good viewpoint of Holliday Creek Arch. It's behind me in the very steep, rugged, rocky valley. What I read online is that it's 80 meters wide and 18 meters high. So that possibly puts it in the category for biggest natural arch in BC. I don't know how they measured that. Did they measure that using like a mapping drone? I'm unsure. Also online it says mountain goats frequent this area, and that's true because I saw one on the way up, although I didn't see any in the close vicinity around the arch. It is massive. And there's different colored rocks from light tans and grays to darker blacks. The trees are just clinging to the cliffside. Unreal location. Very, very few people come up here and see this with their own eyes, so it feels like a special place. I'm thankful I have the physical ability to come out here, and Nina, my dog, loved it as well. It is an enormous effort to climb up here. There is just so much climbing. It's very high on the mountainside. That trail is very, very overgrown. Soon it will be gone to nature. Nature will have reclaimed the trail because it was already very hard to follow. I did paddle across Arrow Lake to visit Renata Arch, the other natural arch down south in the Kootenays. And so when I learned about this one up here near McBride, I had to come up here and check it out. This one is probably larger and possibly one of the contenders for the largest arch in British Columbia. I had to come see it. It is an amazing place. Because Canada has very few natural arches, and I'm not speaking about the coastal seaside ones eroded by the ocean. I'm speaking about the ones that are existing inland through natural erosion processes on mountainsides. We have very few. If there's other ones, and maybe there's other ones that are undiscovered out there, who knows? Super far out into the mountains, maybe in the north, Yukon or something. Anyway, I'd love to go find some more because I think these natural features are very, very cool. Mountain goats are some of the only ones coming up the trail these days because you could see their little tufts of white hair, white fur left behind on branches and on tree trunks. It's an incredible natural phenomenon